Okay, let's just do a little bit of revision. What are the organs of respiratory system? Lungs, nose, mouth. What else?
Nose, lungs.
Tell me.
No, not larynx. Bronchus.
Yes, bronchi.
Bronchi. Larynx.
Larynx.
Trachea.
Trachea, yes. What is the sequence? Okay, we start with nose first. Then after nose, what comes?
Larynx.
Larynx, then
Trachea.
trachea, then. Okay, here is the nose. So here we have voice box. This is also called voice box.
Voice box.
Yes. Then what is this called? These two branch. Alveoli? Okay. Huh? These branches are called? What are these branches called?
My internet, and wait, what is it? Bronchus.
Bronchi, yes, both. And then they are further divided into so many branches. What are those branches called?
Bronchus.
Yes. Oh my God. Bronchioles. Yeah.
Yeah. Study.
Bronchioles. Okay, this is 5. Okay, and then there is something like this. What are these called? Huh? What are these called? Alveoli. Alveoli. 6th. And then we have lungs. 7. And this, what is this called? What is this 8 number called?
Bisa diputar begini ya ininya?
There's too much of noise from Devputra Center. Okay, tell me, what is this 8, number 8, this called?
Diaphragm.
Diaphragm, yes. Okay. Yes. And alveoli, they are also called, common name for alveoli? Air sac.
Yeah.
Yes. Where is the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide taking place? Exchange of gases taking place at? Where is the exchange of gases taking place?
Alveoli.
Good. Okay. So what happened? So everyone has joined. I think we can start. Right now?
Yes.
So what? Yes. Okay. So suppose this is alveoli sac. Okay. So tell me, when the exchange of gases or nutrients is happening, is it happening through artery or vein? Any guesses? The
Vein.
exchange of gases is happening through arteries or veins.
Vein.
Are you sure?
Not really sure.
No. Okay. But good. I appreciate that you're answering. It's neither arteries nor the veins. It's capillaries. Okay. What happens? Suppose this is an artery. This is a vein. So now what is happening? They are okay. This is vein. This is artery. एक second, just hold on.
Hello.
इसमें देख लेना क्या कर दूंगा बर्तन और जो दूध फट गया ना उसको फ्रिज में डाल देना.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Just your camera is sideways.
Okay, so how do you want me to do it? Like this?
No, it's like
Inverted?
The view
yeah,
is
it's sideways like this.
The view is sideways. We can't see at the board.
So it's like you just need to turn the
Turn
camera
Your whole camera
45
si-
degrees.
Now?
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so yes, I was telling you this is artery, this is vein, and these are capillaries. Okay, and behind this capillary is an organ like this alveoli. Okay, so this is the capillary. Here it is carrying blood. Okay, so it has CO2. Now this will go here, and its oxygen it will come here. So this is how the exchange of gases takes place. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, you can take screenshot. And in our last class, we were doing the gym and asana, difference in gym and asana. We were doing breath, longer and deeper, something like that we were doing. Okay. So the concept was breath. Longer and deeper. Okay, and then we were studying the difference between gym and asana. So what is difference between the gym exercises and the asana? Like anything Pilates or anything, and then asana. What is the difference?
I think you focus on breathing when you do asanas. Okay.
Yes, we focus on breathing when we do asana. And why in gym they are asked to take a lot of protein, lot of diet, this, that. But in when you perform asana, you are generally asked to eat lesser. Why?
I think in the asana you work more on the deeper muscles, and in the gym like on the bigger muscles. They like for these you need more protein to grow.
Okay, so good for your answer. So what happens? I told you the concept of exchange, right? Like here, this alveoli. So it is carrying a lot of oxygen here, and this is carrying carbon dioxide. Now we need time. I hope this is visible.
I'll lift. Yeah.
Visible?
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So you see, we were talking about why we need to do longer and deeper. Okay. So here it is when you see we have this much oxygen and this much carbon dioxide. Okay, let's say we have more oxygen. So for that to exchange, it requires some time. Okay, so it requires some time, but we are exhaling immediately. It is not getting time. So whatever oxygen we took in, it went out immediately. But when we are doing pranayam, we are holding it. We are holding it so that this carbon dioxide, it absolutely moves towards alveoli, and this oxygen, we did one work, we breathed in. This is one work. Now in that one work, we want to optimize that work. So we are holding it, right? So to optimize our work of one breath, we hold it. Okay, now in that hold, all the oxygen, it comes, like most of the oxygen, maximize, okay, the oxygen into the capillary, okay, and maximizing the outgoing of carbon dioxide to alveoli and then to out through the nose. Okay, that is the concept of longer holding of breath. Okay, deeper, I told you to expand the alveoli to expand them. Okay, if they are expanded, then there will be more coverage of this capillary, and in that one sac there will be more volume of air. That means more oxygen, and that more oxygen is receiving more time during the hold. I think this concept is very clear now, why we are performing pranayama.
Yeah.
Okay. So in gym and asana, this is the difference, that in asana we do the asana once and we hold on to it. Whereas in gym, we are continuously working out. We are working too much. So for too much of work, we need more protein, more diet. But whereas in asana, you take asana once, and then all the related muscles and glands, they are activated. In that one asana, you're holding it, and now some of the organs are getting massaged, they are getting contracted, and some are getting extended. So they are in work. Yes, they are getting excited, but only one work is done. That's why in yoga, lesser amount of food is required. And when there is lesser amount of work done, there is lesser wear and tear in yogis as compared to the gymming exercises. This is the concept. And that's why if a person practices yoga for many, many years, he tends to remain younger. So in circulatory system, we are doing? Respiratory system. I think we are done with respiratory system. Let's do circulatory now. Okay, so what all asanas, what all okay. So I want to ask you one question. If someone is feeling tensed or anxiety, what kind of asana should he do? Someone is feeling very nervous and not feeling good. He's feeling
Shavasana.
short. Shavasana. But when someone is feeling very anxious, he cannot lie down. Like
Forward fold.
Tadasana.
forward bend,
Sure.
forward curve.
Forward fold, forward bend.
No.
Tadasana.
Tadasana. Okay, good. And
Child's pose.
I'm a seat.
okay, if someone is feeling okay, so good. Okay, so what happens? You know, have you seen some people when they're talking, they're like sitting like this? Have you seen some people sitting like this?
Yes.
Yeah. So our body responds automatically. So generally, what is happening in that person? He wants more air. Okay. When he is extending this, okay, what is happening? The chest area is expanding. He doesn't know, but he's doing it because our body knows what to do. Okay. So when you take your hands upwards and then back, okay, up and back. So what is happening? Your chest region is expanding. That means your rib cage is getting enough space to expand. When you have your hands like this by your side, okay, so they are kind of restricting the ribs. But when you put your hands upward, so what is happening? The restriction is gone to some extent. And if you take them backwards, so what happens? You are expanding the ribs, okay, voluntarily. The ribs do not have to work so much. You are doing the work for the ribs. That's why this chest opening, asanas or kriyas, what happens? You take your hands backwards, upwards and backwards. So that's how if anyone is feeling anxious or something like that, uneasy in breathing, so always take your hand up and back. Okay, up and back. Any clear doubt in that? No doubt. Okay. So what are the organs of circulatory system?
The heart.
Heart.
And the arteries.
Arteries.
Veins.
Veins.
Capillaries.
Yes.
And the blood. Not that it's an organ, it's just the liquid.
Yes, connective tissue. It's a connective tissue. Yes. Okay. So, like in my 200 classes, I've told you that in heart, we have 4 chambers. Humans are 4 chambered. Okay, so every animal on earth has 4 chambers in his heart.
Yeah, I
All the
guess.
animals. All the animals?
I guess
No.
if you're a mammal,
Yeah, I guess so.
or maybe
Yes.
it's different for reptiles.
Mammals. Yes.
The same. Mammal, reptiles, amphibians, fish.
Okay. So humans have a 4-chambered heart.
Mm.
And these 4 chambers are called, this side is right, this is left. Whenever we study a diagram on a book or a board, so just imagine a person is standing in front of us, like this person is in front of me. So when person is standing in front of me, this is his right and this
Right
is his
and
left.
left.
Yes. So this is right and this is
Left.
left. Can you tell me which is left ventricle and which is right?
The
Right
This
is
ventricle is the
ventricle?
lower.
auricle.
Hmm?
Auricle and ventricle.
Or
at the bottom.
yes.
Right ventricle.
Left auricle and left ventricle. Okay. So from the body, from this body. Okay, like we studied in okay, no, this is different. Okay. So from this body, the body was receiving oxygen here. Oxygenated blood. Okay. Like my hand, it is moving continuously. I'm writing on the board, I'm speaking. Okay. So here the organs, this organ they need oxygen. Okay, why? Because I'm talking and my hand is moving. So they require oxygen. Now this body part, like my arm and my mouth, okay, they have used this oxygen. So what will happen? This oxygen is utilized and this body, it is producing carbon dioxide. So what comes out of this organ is deoxygenated blood. So my arm received oxygenated blood and it is sending back deoxygenated blood
Deoxygenated.
to the heart.
The lungs, not to the heart.
To the heart. Yes. Okay. So this, it receives deoxygenated blood. Then it goes to the heart beats. Okay. When the heart beats, this contraction, okay, of this chamber, it contracts. When it contracts, there's a sound of love. Just hold on. Okay, so when the heart beats, it contracts. And when it contracts, this blood, this deoxygenated blood, it comes to right ventricle. Then this, it goes to the lungs. This is carbon dioxide, CO2, deoxygenated blood. And this lungs, you know what was happening in the lungs?
Getting oxygen.
Getting oxygen. So what comes out of lungs is oxygenated blood and it is received by this. Okay, so here we receive oxygenated blood. Then again, there is the heart beats, it contracts. Both these chambers, they contract together. Then both these contract together. So this oxygenated blood, it goes to left ventricle and then it goes to the whole body. Each and every part of the body, including heart. Why heart? Why am I saying heart is also included in this? You know, your brain needs oxygen.
Yes.
Okay. But I'm saying heart, even the heart. Why? There is already so much blood in the heart. Because, see, the heart is contracting and then expanding. Okay. It is working like a pump. What is heart? Heart is like a pump. Like you have motors in your house to pump up the water from the ground to the terrace, and then it comes to into your taps. Why? Okay, because of that motor, the water went up, and and now through gravity it is coming to your house in the taps. So in the body, this is the pump, this is the motor which is driving. Okay, it is nothing, just muscles. Okay, and they're contracting and expanding, contracting, expanding, so that this blood, it can travel throughout your body. That's it. The function of heart is only this much. It is not at all emotional. Okay, people say that think from the heart. No, sorry, the heart cannot think. It's the brain. Okay, so when person is saying think from the heart, he means think emotionally, not the heart. Okay, it is just a pump. Okay, so now we know how the blood is traveling. Okay, this is the body. The body used all the oxygen and now it wants more oxygen. So it is sending all the blood, which is deoxygenated blood, to the heart. Okay, then heart, it sends the blood to the lungs to get oxygen. It is saying, the heart is telling the lungs, please give me some oxygen. Then lung says, okay, fine, I'll give you some oxygen. And then it again comes to heart. Okay, heart is the agent. Then from this, it goes to the whole body. Okay, so now we have learned the circulation of blood. Now, I want to tell you what is artery and what is a vein. Can you please tell me definition of an artery and a vein?
An artery is a blood vessel and it carries blood from the heart to the body. And a vein carries blood from any part of the body to the heart.
Okay, very good. So this is what? Vein or artery?
From the body to the heart is a vein.
This is a vein.
Yeah.
Okay. This one?
That's the pulmonary artery.
Artery. Okay. This one?
The aorta.
Aorta.
Artery.
Artery, okay.
I'm only asking artery or vein. You're
Okay.
telling the whole vein, which I appreciate. But I'm only asking artery or vein.
Okay.
Yes.
Next.
And this one?
Is a vein.
Last. It's a vein. Okay. Now, we know the concept, what is artery and what is vein. Artery is a blood vessel that is carrying the blood from the heart to any organ, When it is going to body, it is artery. When it is going to lungs, it is artery. Okay. Now, vein is a blood vessel that is carrying the blood from any body part to the heart. Okay. So generally, all the arteries carry oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery. Why? Because this pulmonary artery is going to the lungs. And these lungs, they are going as deoxygenated blood because they want oxygen. Now this oxygenated blood, this is called pulmonary. So anything, if you see this word pulmonary, that means it's related to lungs. So pulmonary vein. It is carrying, this is the only vein that is carrying oxygenated blood. And this is the only artery which is carrying deoxygenated blood. All right.
Yep.
Any confusion? You can take screenshot. Okay, so I'll show you. Auntie. All right. Yes. So here you see capillaries. Now here you can see these capillaries and pulmonary artery. It's a very good diagram. Pulmonary artery, you see, it is artery. It is deoxygenated. That's why it's shown in blue color. Okay. Then pulmonary vein. Pulmonary vein, it is red in color because it is carrying oxygenated blood. Okay, here they have shown that one lung is blue, the other lung is red. But this is not what is happening. It is just a representation to make you understand. The exchange is happening in the alveoli, not this how it is shown here. Okay, it is just a representation to make the things clear in your head. Okay, the exchange, the blue line and red line, it happens over the alveoli. Okay, then we have aorta and branches. Aorta is the biggest artery. The largest artery in human body is aorta. Then we have on the top, we have atrium. On the bottom, we have ventricle. Then systemic veins, right ventricle, vena cava. And this ventricle is receiving is called vena cava. You can take screenshot of this. And if you have any doubt, you can ask. Okay. Next is blood. Okay, what are the components of blood? Components of blood.
Plasma,
Yes. Nice. Components are plasma,
thrombocytes,
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 leukocytes.
Are you reading it from somewhere?
No, I just remember this. I just don't remember the last one. It's like, I can't say the last.
Okay.
platelets.
I really appreciate that you remember everything.
I know it's like the eurythmics or something. I don't know what the heck the name is.
Okay. Any common name for that? What are the
White-
common
white
names
blood
for
cells?
thrombocytes, leukocytes?
The leukocytes is white blood cells.
Yes, very good.
The red
White
cells, I don't know
blood
how it's called.
What?
The red cells are missing. Red cells.
Yes, red
I
blood
don't know what's the
cells.
English word for that.
Red blood cells.
Yes, red
Platelets?
blood
It's
cells.
the platelets, no? No. Erythrocytes.
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 Yes. And these are platelets.
Mm.
Okay. So what are the functions of these for platelets, WBCs, and RBCs?
I know white blood cells, it protects the body. It's like antibodies.
Protects the body. Red blood cells.
That's our blood.
And the marrow thing, the bone marrow.
Yes. What bone marrow?
It's a metal something. It's made from a metal.
It's manufactured
Okay.
in bone marrow.
Manufactured. Mm.
Okay. So it is red in color due to presence of hemoglobin.
Mhm.
Okay. For females, it is 12 to 15 mmHg something. And wait, what is the unit of? And for males, it is 13 to 16 Hg per. What is the unit of? Okay, so do you guys get your hemoglobin checked regularly?
Not even close.
Don't even know my blood type.
Perfect.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So hemoglobin, the red blood cells are red in color due to presence of hemoglobin. Okay, it gives the red color, and its range, okay, is this generally 12 to 15 gram per deciliter, and in males it is 13 to 16, like between this, and it can vary from lab to lab. Okay, sometimes they say 11.7, sometimes they say 12. Okay, so what this hemoglobin is doing, why it is so important?
Sorry, say that again.
What is the function of hemoglobin?
Oh gosh.
Okay.
It's the oxygen thing.
Yes, oxygen. So this hemoglobin, it attaches carbon dioxide and it attaches oxygen to itself and and gives to organs when needed. Okay, so it is the carrier of oxygen. Hemoglobin is the carrier of oxygen. You see, for everything, nutrient, hormone, or any gas, there is a carrier and there is a receptor. Okay, so for oxygen, the carrier is hemoglobin. So that's why the hemoglobin is so important. You see, if someone is lacking hemoglobin, then less number of oxygen molecules will attach to it. Like suppose you have 12. So 12 oxygen molecules will attach. If you have 15, I'm just saying in like 15 hemoglobin molecules you have. Okay. You'll have, okay, see. Suppose this is hemoglobin and this is oxygen. So as many hemoglobin molecules you have, those many oxygen molecules you can carry. That's why for exercising or for anything you do in your day-to-day life, hemoglobin is essential, because only through hemoglobin you can transport the oxygen. Through respiration, we are only taking it inside our lungs. But if your blood is not having hemoglobin, the oxygen will not come to the capillaries. It will come out on its own. It will come out just like that without being utilized. So if you want that your oxygen should be utilized completely, then your body should have appropriate amount of hemoglobin. Most of the females, they are anemic. They do not have enough hemoglobin. Why? Because every month they have a process through which they lose a lot of blood. Okay, that is one thing. And another thing is that girls, most of the girls, they want to do dieting. Okay, they want to look very slim and trim. So what they do, first thing they do is they leave food. I don't want to eat anything. I don't want to eat this. I don't want to eat that. I will fast because I want to look very skinny. And then there is a concept, especially in models. Okay, what they will do, if there is something tasty is there, they'll eat and they'll vomit out. Okay, why all this is necessary? This is not at all necessary, because your body needs nutrition. And nutrition, I'm not saying in form of tablets, I'm saying food. Okay, you see, we have come out from animals. Have you ever seen any animal? He's feeling lazy, he's feeling tired. I'm not talking about pets, I'm talking about in the jungle. They're always active. Okay, they're always doing something. Either they're sleeping or they're doing something. Okay, they never feel lazy, they never feel exhausted. Why? Because I'm not talking about zoos, I'm talking about their natural habitat. Okay, in their natural habitat, they do not feel any indeficiency. But in humans, we feel deficient. Why? Because we have brain. And if we do not use it properly, then our body is gone. It has a lot of deficiencies, because there are so much of advertising. Do not eat this. This is fat. Do not eat this. This is cholesterol. This, eat this. This is very healthy. They are feeding everyone with oats. Okay, but it may not suit everybody's body. They are saying, do not eat mustard oil, but eat refined oil. No. if you eat basic food, if you eat fruit, if you eat raw vegetables, then you eat your bread, you eat your pulses, you should, in pulses, see, some people take for protein, what do they take? They take protein shakes. Okay, I have never tasted protein shake, but everyday protein shake, oh god, so boring. We have so many dals. Okay, like I have like 10 kinds of dal. I have like arhar ki dal, moong dal, kali dal, brown dal. I have chole, then I have rajma, then I have desi chane, then chane ki dal. Okay, see, 8 I have named in front of you, and then 2, 3 more I have. Okay, so I have 8. Okay, just say 10. I have 10 types of pulses I have. Now, these pulses I can make in so many forms. First of all, I can just soak them overnight and eat in the morning. I get, and when it is eaten raw, it has maximum amount of protein in it. I don't need any protein shake. Okay, any one of you, you do not need any protein shake. And if you have you ever eaten dosa, idli? Anyone? South
Sorry,
Indian
what?
dishes? Dosa, idli.
No.
Hello.
Not. What is it?
Okay. So this is in South Indian dishes. Okay. So what happens in this? They take a bowl of one bowl rice. Okay. Both of them have all kinds of amino acids that is required by our body. Amino acids is the protein. Okay. So protein is made up of amino acids, and there are different types of 8, 9 types of amino acids that our body needs. Okay. So this combination of dal and rice, it fulfills the complete type of amino acids that our body requires. Okay. If you have dal and rice, you do not need any other form of protein. All the amino acids are covered in dal and rice. So what happens? They soak them overnight. Then in the morning they grind it, and then they keep it for one day, and then at night, like after 24 hours, they make idli or dosa. Okay, dosa is like huge bread. Okay, huge, very, very, very thin kind of bread, and they roll it. Okay, then what they do is they roll it and it becomes like this. Okay, earlier it was like circular, then they roll it, it becomes like cylindrical, and they eat it. It depends on you. You want to keep it like chapati, like this plain goal, and you want to roll it, it depends on you. And then idli is rice, and these small, like this kind of balls. Okay, rice ball type. So this is a complete food you need for protein. You don't need anything else. This is very, very healthy. Okay. Okay. So we were talking about hemoglobin, and yes, we were talking about dieting. All the girls, they just want to diet and they want to take nutrition in form of tablets. But I am telling you that you should eat your food properly. You should see what suits your body and how much your body needs. Do not fill it till here. Just keep it till your stomach, and little bit less than what your stomach can eat. Okay, if you eat proper food, which can be twice a day or thrice a day. Okay, so you should eat proper food. You do not need anything else, and you'll be very healthy. Okay, so
I have one question. How
Yes,
can we
please.
increase hemoglobin in our body if someone has not enough? Like just
okay,
by
so
eating food,
take
like
iron-rich food, like
okay.
green leafy vegetables. Okay, like we had this cartoon of Popeye the Sailor Man. Okay, there he was always eating spinach, and he would get so like strong. And so green leafy vegetables. Then you can have beetroot, red, anything red in color. Okay, it has lot of, beetroot is rich, highly rich in hemoglobin. Okay, it is a winter food. And then in carrots, you get a lot of vitamin, lot of hemoglobin, lot of iron.
And Swiss chard, right? Swiss chard.
Sorry?
Swiss chard. Isn't
not
that rich
sure.
in iron as well?
Iron, you have, for hemoglobin, you need to take iron rich food. Okay, it's mostly if it is in green color, green leafy vegetables, and anything in red is mostly having iron in it.
Like Swiss chard, is that a good example?
I'm not able to understand what you're saying. You can send me a chat, through chat maybe.
Okay.
Yes, please. You can chat, send me chat right now. Swiss chard. Okay, I have no idea about Swiss chard. What is that?
It's a leafy
Yeah,
green.
Okay, okay. Okay, probably. If it is green leafy vegetable, then it 90% it has a lot of iron in it. It will have.
Yes, it would. It would be like kind of like beet green.
Okay. Yes. So if it is green in color, it probably has a lot of iron in it. And also the red items, food items, they will also be rich in. You can take screenshot of this. And we'll wind up for today. And tomorrow we'll start from here only. Okay. So see you all tomorrow. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't? It's so good. It's kind of like kale. I'm so surprised she hadn't heard of it. I thought she was gonna